Hello everyone, it's finally here. I got two packages from DKOldies. Yes, that website that a lot of YouTubers like to make videos about. So the way I'm going into this is to basically find out for myself if it is like just a big act for a bunch of YouTubers just to trash on a company just for the hell of it. Let's see if it's actually true. Just as a full disclaimer, no, I was not paid by DKOldies. They did not send me these products for free. I spent this out of my own pocket. I actually spent a little over 200 bucks for all this, and it's a console that is a little different from the other systems that people were normally ordering. So I figure it's like, okay, it's in like the typical NES, Xbox, Nintendo platform. How about a little bit of a Sega love right here? So what I'm gonna do is, not sure why I have three gloves, but let's go ahead. I'm going to put on my gloves here because let's just say this is the cosmetically flawed version of the system. So I don't want anything on me to be transferred over so that you guys can get the full experience. So yes, this is actually from DKOldies. As you can see right there, same thing with this. Now luckily, I did go to one of my local game shops. Now, you're already going to know from the title, but it is a Sega Saturn. So I actually bought two games from my local game shop, complete in box. And mainly because I actually wanted a Saturn for a little while now. So I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and just order one from here, get two things out of it. And I can actually see if their packing job for Sega Saturn games is adequate enough. Because I purposely ordered in two separate orders for that very reason. So, let's go ahead and get started. Here is the unboxing. Ooh. So, before we go to the box, let's take a look at the game itself. So, I literally went on their website and basically found one of the cheaper complete in box games they have, because one issue I do have is that the way they present their website isn't exactly the most clearest thing, especially when you're searching. So I was purposely trying to search just strictly complete in boxes. Yes, it gave me the results. The problem was, in the search result, they give you the cheaper price, basically the disc-only version of that game. It's like, no, don't show me disc-only prices. If I'm searching complete box games, I'm expecting the prices to be complete in box, or complete in box prices. So here's my invoice. I'm gonna put that to the side. And the game I got is Last Gladiators Digital Pinball. Let's go ahead and open this up. And yeah, it's broken. Yeah, there it goes. To be fair, these are kind of fragile. Holy crap. So it was actually dislodged, so it was doing this. I probably should have shaken the package before opening this. But look at this. Holy crap, there's smudges. So there's the front of it. And one thing you can do also is hold the disc up at a light source, look at it, And if you see like any light bleeds or like any scratches and stuff from the top portion coming through from the light, then the disc is damaged. It looks like this is mostly smudges. Yeah, but the case itself is cracked, and you know, this part here is broken. So yeah, I'll have to look for another box for this to change it out. But everything else is mostly here. If you're not aware of the Sega Saturn games, what they do also, they put a piece of foam here to actually keep it in place. But to be fair, most people lose those things. But it is possible to buy those pieces of foam that will fit in here nicely in the aftermarket. Now, just out of curiosity, I just want to make sure if it was fine before packing. Nope, it was actually broken. So yeah, there's the quality of that. Now, just for comparison's sake, this is from my local game shop. I was actually trying to look for high octane for the Saturn. I do have to remove the sticker in the back here, but that's no big deal. But these cases are not broken. And the other one I got is Sega Rally. And this one, again, is fine. So, there you go. So we're going to throw those to the side, and let's take a look at the main attraction here. The actual Sega Saturn console itself. Is it going to work? Did they even change the battery in this thing? Am I going to boot this up and it's going to ask me to basically change the clock every single time I unplug it from the wall and plug it back in? Let's find out. You know what? It might help if I actually slash the top portion. So, here we go. Ooh, look at that! It opened up. Let's open it. Let's check this out together. Ooh, we got some brown paper here. All right. Just want to make sure it doesn't show any of my personal information on here. So yeah, this is the Sega Saturn Player 1 pack, the cosmetically flawed system, and there was a coupon code which I did use because I was trying to stay under a budget. So yeah, we got the console here, got some paper over here. Now this is supposed to be OEM controllers, and holy crap, this thing is, wow, the screen printing on this is so rubbed off. Holy crap. I know it's cosmetically flawed, so I am expecting scratches and stuff, but honestly, I'll be honest with you, this is actually the very first Sega Saturn controller I've ever seen where the logo actually rubbed off. I've never seen that before. This is literally a first time for me. Man, I really want to take this apart, because I'm really curious if this was even cleaned. I'm not hearing anything rattling. The only rattle is the buttons, which is going to be normal. So I'm just going to throw that to the side. Got some AV cables, third parties. If these work, fine. I mean, they're AV cables. They're not really the end of the world. Same thing with this here. It's a little dirty here. So one thing we can check real quick before we get to the console is this. So I'm gonna grab some disinfectant wipes. Not sponsored by Clorox. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this in real time. Gonna wrap this around and do this. And a little dirty, though not the worst I've seen, surprisingly. Not really the worst I've seen. But yeah, you know, if you're cleaning the cables, you can literally just do this. Just rub it around here, do that. Yeah, not really the worst I've seen. So, I'll give the power cable a passing grade. This is brand new, so I'm not really expecting anything wrong with them. But it'll give us an idea on the quality of these. I never bought anything from this brand before, so I'm not too familiar with it, but it looks like they're gold plated, unless they're fake gold plated, but if they work, they work. Let's get to the console. Now, actually, let me make sure. Okay, this is just a system and startup guide. Okay. Okay, it's just little instructions. For the for the casual audience, this is actually good. So, yeah, that's not a big deal. Now, actually, you know what? Let me grab another disinfectant wipe, because I don't want to do any jump cuts here, because I don't want anyone to think that, you know, I'm, you know, trying to make DKOldies look good or anything. So I'm trying to do this in real time as much as possible. And no dark spots showing through. So how about the cables? Let's do the cables now. So I'm going to show this. Let's do this. Trying to keep this as much frame as possible, and it's dirty. There you go. How about this connector end? So let me try to find a clean spot. There's a little bit of dirt here from wiping the cable down, but how about doing that? Not too bad. Can't really tell, honestly. The cable was actually dirty. And yes, it actually took that long to clean the cable. So if you don't know, yes, it is possible to take your cable, okay, take a cloth. I like using disinfectant wipes because it serves two purposes. And literally just pull the cable through, and more dirt's coming off. Let's try this one here. Ignore that part. Let's do it again. Wipe it through. More dirt coming off. All right. I will take this controller apart a little bit later. Let's get to the actual console itself. Remember, this is cosmetically flawed. So let's see how this looks. Holy crap, they really scrubbed the crap out of this on the top. And yes, there is that sticker. Now I do know that this is supposed to be a cosmetically flawed. Power button is down. So I didn't even open this this top tray off yet, but look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little wobbly on the top there. But power button feels fine. The reset feels normal. Here's the cartridge port. All right, let's take a look. All right, opens up. I could have sworn the open button was a little more springy than this. But I am going to take this apart. But just to give you an idea, here's the condition. And this is a cosmetically flawed version. But and here's the back. At least it has the back cover on it. I mean, that's really the most I can say about it, because a lot of times, for some reason, people like to lose these things. But everything else is there. And you know what? I'm actually kind of curious now. So open that up. And I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up. I do see dirt right here. I do see dirt around here. So clearly this door was never opened. And here's the battery that they most likely did not replace. And they didn't. Because there's quite a bit of debris on the top of it. The shiny part is where I literally grabbed the top of it. So that kind of gives you an idea. So, see? Or maybe not. No, that's where the plastic was sitting. But yeah, this doesn't look, this is not new, because brand new CR 2032s, they're actually very, very shiny out of the package. So this battery was never changed. But before I plug this in, I'm going to put this battery back and set up the clock, and then turn it off, turn it back on, see if it saves it. I'm almost certain it's not going to, but I can already tell there's dirt here. So this was, I don't think this was even opened up. So before I open this up though, what I'm gonna do is actually hook this up to my TV and plug it up and see what happens. But yeah, look at this. Here's the other side. This is also why I'm wearing gloves, because, oh man, did the hair come off? There was like a hair line there, but you can kind of see like dirt along here. So this door was never opened. So yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead, connect this up, see what happens. All right, this is going to be the very first boot up. So the blue screen right now is my AV to HDMI adapter from Best Buy. This is not the one from DKOldies, but I actually do have a really good one that should work. So in 3, 2, 1, power button. Light turns on. And it actually turns on. Cool. Does the controller work? The D-pad's working. Okay. And today is March 8th. Of 2023. And the time, at least as of this video, is 1:55 p.m. Oh yeah, that's such a classic. Now, yes, I know the disk drive's empty. Let's do the last Gladiators from DKOldies. And if you remember, this disc is very, very smudgy. So I am not going to clean this. I'm literally just going to take it as is and put it in the console. This drive is open. This drive is doing something. And we're going to start the application. Wow, the game is actually loading up. I'm generally surprised by that. I really hope I don't get copyright claim for that music. Controller seems to be working. And yes, I am using the controller that actually came with the console.
You are about to die, salute you!
Alright, the trigger's working. Yeah, all the buttons are actually working. So, let's do this. Let's turn it off. Unplug it. Just make sure there's no more power in here. Plug it back in. And let's see if that battery actually held a charge. No, it didn't. Oh, darn. They didn't change the battery in the Sega Saturn. Oh. So I'm going to try a different game. So I'm going to take the one from DKOldies out. And I'm going to put in Sega Rally. Oh, it didn't save. It didn't save anything. So so if anyone that's not aware of this, and if anyone from DKOldies is watching this, because I'm pretty sure someone from DKOldies is going to be watching this. Fun fact about the Sega Saturn. It has internal save built into the console. But that little CR2032 battery that's in the back of that door, once that battery goes dead, once you unplug it, all of your saves are gone. And your language settings, your clock settings, resets back to factory. Because that's how Sega designed it. Because, that's how Sega designed the Saturn back in the day. They figure it was a great idea to use RAM as memory, which means you always have to have some kind of power going to it so you don't lose anything. At least the console works. I mean, it seems to work fine.
Sega Rally Championship.
So, I'll give it that. The console works out of the box.
Easy left. Wow. Easy left. Easy right. Easy left. Check left.
Let's turn this off and let's try high octane. Oh my god, seriously? I did not even unplug the power cable. Oh, this is going to get so annoying. It's going to get so annoying. You know what? That doesn't really matter because it's not going to save anything. That looks like a schlong. Let's go with that one. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this apart. So I'm just gonna use my little kit here to take this apart. Actually, you know what? Before we go with the console, let's do the controller first. So what kind of screws are these? I mean, here's the thing. I'm just going to say this honestly. Without even opening them, I can already see junk in the holes where the screws are. So, it kind of gives you an idea. But yeah, nonetheless, let's go ahead and open this up. So for all the screws are here. Oh, wow. Hang on. Check this out. Look at that. Hopefully my camera is going there, but look at all the crap on the screws. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, this was not even open. Oh, wow, that's so sad. That is so sad. You know the sad part is too? I can let it go to the same game shop where I bought those two games at. Buy another controller for the Saturn for about 30 bucks. And I'm not lying here. They look almost brand new, and they are actually refurbished. So let's go ahead, open this up. Yeah, this was not opened. This wasn't open. I mean, you can see it's not really that bad. Honestly, I was expecting worse, but you know, there are some junk in here. But nonetheless, I can tell this was never opened. Just gonna take these out. I might as well take this apart since, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, clean it myself. I mean, the board itself actually doesn't look too bad. But I can already tell there's a couple of junk accumulating on my desk, or my little table here. So let's go ahead and take this apart here. Yeah, this was never clean. Look at this. This is where the ABC, XYZ buttons are. And if you see any shiny stuff going on there, yeah, it wasn't cleaned. That's like junk. Maybe a little spillage over the years. But yeah, that's it's not clean. Definitely not cleaned. And look at this. So there's like a piece of hair there. There's some junk here. Here's the start button. And yeah, this was not even opened. Yeah. Oh geez, I'm gonna have to clean this up. I'm really gonna have to clean this up soon. But yeah, this controller is not opened up. So I'm just gonna throw this to the side for now. So let's grab the Sega Saturn now and open this up. But first, let's make sure we actually remove the door. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, actually, you know what? We can leave that up. We can leave that open. Let's do an experiment. So I'm gonna grab. I don't want to damage the top of this because, you know, obvious reasons. We're going to do an experiment with this warranty sticker. So what I'm going to do is I heard that if you use some isopropyl alcohol and let it soak into that sticker, it will loosen the adhesive, and while it's wet and dissolved, you can remove it, let it dry, it'll go back to tackiness, and you can put it back and it's like it was never tampered with. So let's try that, and I need a straw because I don't have a little syringe, but I'm gonna do the poor man version of using the straw, assuming it works, and some 91% isopropyl alcohol. So the deal is you want to let this soak in. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of this packing material to go on a little bit of an angle. I'm going to be able to do that. And let's saturate this. So I'm gonna give that a minute to let it soak in and see what happens. Yep, there it goes. So I removed the sticker. I'm just gonna put that to the side. All right, this screwdriver should work, and it does. Mostly. Good enough to get the screws out. All right. Screws are not actually coming out, but they should be. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The underside looks mostly okay. I don't know, this part here doesn't really look too bad, honestly. So, inspecting this now. One little wipe. You can kind of see the dirt on my glove there. So how about this finger right here and wipe. How about this one? My non-middle finger. Let's try this one here. Oh yeah, look at that. This was never opened, honestly. And yeah, that's the inside of a Sega Saturn. I mean, I'm not really, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really shocked at this point, based on the other videos that's been coming out. But yeah, this wasn't refurbished. This is what I classify as a used console, and that's the biggest problem I have with this. So here's the thing: when it comes to the pricing of these consoles from DKOldies, if they are fully refurbished, brand new battery in this thing, fully cleaned, and any capacitors that need to be changed, which, actually, you know what, let me double check these capacitors on this power supply. Looks fine. So here's the thing. I don't have a problem with their pricing, okay? If they are actually refurbished consoles, then yes, I'm not going to have a problem with the pricing, because there is a value-added service when it comes to refurbished consoles. Everything I'm looking at right now, to me personally, this is more being classified as a used console. You know, just a console that you're buying it off of someone, and it's just a little bit dirt inside, just over the years. But, you know, if I run my finger here, you know, there's a little bit of dirt here. If I run my finger here, you know, again, a little bit of dirt there. The problem is that this, to me, is classified as a used console. You know, just used, not refurbished or anything like that. So this is more just like a quick wipe down of a dry cloth. I mean, you know what? Before I end this video, let me throw this on. let me just grab one of these disinfectant wipes, because now I'm actually kind of curious if this was even wiped down. So I'm going to show this cloth here. So there it is. I'm just going to completely wipe this down. And there is some dirt there. So yeah. And here's the thing. I am not a big YouTuber. You know, I'm not like a Review Tech USA or a Tronics Fix or anything like that. What I can tell you is I am a genuine person when I'm telling you that this was never cleaned. Okay. Because there is some dirt there. This was never cleaned. And this is also coming from a guy that had a pretty large collection of different consoles. And when I ended up selling them off, what I did, I wiped everything down. I opened it up, make sure that the inside was quickly cleaned out before even posting them on eBay. So it is what it is, but you know, it wasn't even wiped down. So yeah, it is what it is. Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely brutally honest right now. The price they were selling this is for $199. Okay. I had a coupon. I found a coupon code, or they gave me a coupon code to use because I signed up for an account with them. I used that. It came to about $190 with shipping, or you know, after taxes, free shipping. Which, based on experience, what I will say too is, when it comes to their shipping, for anyone that is going to actually order stuff through DKOldies, do not pay extra for shipping. Just do the free shipping option. You'll be fine. Okay? But based on the price of this, and I was comparing to the pricing that's been going on through eBay, for Sega Saturn, yes, the price is actually pretty fair. When you take into account that there were listings on eBay of people trying to sell it for almost the same price as this, but it was strictly the console, so no controller, no power cords, no AV cables, no nothing. Strictly the console by itself, untested. So in that way, this is a positive for DKOldies. However, the difference is that you can actually see what kind of condition the case is, at least, before you actually order it. On DKOldies and similar websites like DKOldies, because there are competitors from DKOldies, they would just use generic pictures, and then it's a complete crapshoot of what you're actually getting. So, in terms of the pricing for Sega Saturn through DKOldies, it's actually pretty fair based on market value. The only thing is that DKOldies is advertising this thing as a refurbished, cosmetically flawed system. Yes, it is cosmetically flawed. I understand that. However, also, at the time, that was actually the only option I had. There was no good condition version, which was like $80 more. I wasn't going to pay $80 more. But, yeah, the only thing is that when it comes to the refurbished side of it, they are not being refurbished. So, at least the console works. However, I don't have a cartridge. I don't have a memory card for the Saturn to test out the cartridge port, so I can't really say if this works or not. But based on visual inspections, I don't see why it wouldn't work. I do know, however, the battery in this thing was never changed. This console was never open, and the controller was never open. And on top of that, this is a first. I've never seen a Sega Saturn controller in my life. I've seen them scratched. I never seen the Sega Saturn logo here actually rubbed off like that. That is a first for me. But there's always a saying, there's a first for everything in life. So that's my experience with DKOldies. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And hopefully this was a little bit different. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Before we go, yep, it's sticking now. So yeah, a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, squirt some on it, let it sit there for a minute, peel it off, you're good to go. So yeah, that's... Hey, look at that, I did something unique. I actually told you how to defeat their warranty stickers, which at least here in the US doesn't mean anything. Anyway, I'll end it here. Like always, have a good one. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and like always, have a good one.